In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 5th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Phoenix Suns versus New Orleans Pelicans. It's a showdown of Western Conference rivals sitting at opposite ends of the standings as they clash on the hardwood in New Orleans. The Phoenix Suns hit the road for an Eastern journey to face off against the New Orleans Pelicans on Thursday night. Phoenix comes into the game fresh off a 104-93 home victory over the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday night, where they successfully covered the spread as 7-point favorites. On the other hand, the Pelicans are reeling from a 124-112 defeat at the hands of the Atlanta Hawks on Monday night, the second contest of a back-to-back stretch. Historically, the Suns lead the all-time regular season series 40-35, though the Pelicans claim the most recent matchup with a 113-105 road win on April 7, 2024. Phoenix continues to deal with key injuries as Jusuf Nurkic and Kevin Durant remain sidelined, while New Orleans is closely monitoring the status of Herbert Jones and Brandon Ingram, both of whom are questionable for this game. Durant, who recently returned from an injury, twisted his ankle in Tuesday's game against San Antonio and is expected to miss at least another week of action. Fortunately for the Suns, they are facing a Pelicans squad that is in the midst of a historic slump. Despite Durant's absence, Phoenix has won 3 of its last 4 games and continues to rely on the healthy duo of Devin Booker and Bradley Beal. The Suns aim to end a 3-game road losing streak, and history is on their side as they have dominated the Pelicans in recent years, winning 12 of their last 18 meetings while covering the spread in as many games. The Pelicans, who started the season 2-0, have since managed only 2 wins in their last 20 games. Their season has been derailed by injuries, drawing comparisons to last year's injury-plagued Memphis Grizzlies. While CJ McCollum and DeJounte Murray are back in the lineup, the Pelicans are still without Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, and Herb Jones. During their current 9-game losing streak, they've kept only 3 games within single digits, with the remaining losses coming as blowouts, leading to a staggering minus 18.3 net rating. This team's current state leaves little reason to consider backing them in this matchup against a surging Suns team. Phoenix is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against Western Conference opponents and has lost only once as favorites in their last 11 games. Last season, the Suns dominated the regular season series against New Orleans, winning 3 out of 4 games both straight up and against the spread. Even without Durant, the current spread appears overly generous to the Pelicans. Devin Booker has shown he is more than capable of shouldering the offensive load, and with Bradley Beal running the floor, the Suns have the leadership and depth needed to excel. Although the absence of Jusuf Nurkic impacts their size, New Orleans' depleted roster renders this disadvantage negligible. The Pelicans' current struggles have drawn criticism from opponents for their lack of effort, and without Zion Williamson, their situation is unlikely to improve in the short term. Phoenix has been consistent in recent matchups against New Orleans, going 6-3 both straight up and against the spread in their last 9 games. New Orleans' injury woes have gutted their rotation, with Williamson, Jones, and Ingram all out, despite the recent return of McCollum and Murray. Meanwhile, the Suns, although missing Durant and Nurkic, still boast a dynamic backcourt duo in Beal and Booker. Phoenix has struggled without Durant this season, holding a 1-6 record in games he has missed. But New Orleans' collapse is even more pronounced. After beginning the season 3-2, the Pelicans have dropped 15 of their last 16 games. Phoenix's win against San Antonio came at a cost with Durant's injury, but the Suns remain well equipped to handle a Pelicans squad missing key starters. The Pelicans' dismal 3-7 home record this season and their ongoing injury issues make it difficult to find any justification for backing them in this matchup. So the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Last season, these teams split their 4 matchups against the total, going 2-2, while combining for an average of 229 points per game. This trend suggests that defense often takes a backseat when these teams face off. With key players missing from both sides in this matchup, the pace is expected to increase increase, and the floor will open up without the presence of larger, slower bodies. The Suns, despite scoring just 104 points in their last game, have surpassed 113 points in 4 of their last 5 outings. Similarly, the Pelicans, even amid their struggles, have managed to score at least 108 points in 4 of their last 5 games. Given that the over has hit in 7 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams, over the projected total pick is our full game total pick. Sacramento Kings versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Sacramento Kings, currently holding a 10-12 record and ranked 12th in the Western Conference, are set to clash with the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 14-8 and occupy the 4th spot in the same conference. The game is scheduled for December 5th at the FedEx Forum. Sacramento enters the matchup fresh off a morale-boosting 120-111 victory over the Houston Rockets on Tuesday, while Memphis is coming off a closely contested 121-116 road loss to the Dallas Mavericks that same evening. This encounter marks the first of 3 meetings between these two teams this season. Both teams are contending with injuries, as the Kings will continue to be without Trey Lyles, while the Grizzlies are still missing the contributions of Zach Edey and Vince Williams Jr. Despite expectations of a strong start, the Kings have struggled to find consistent form this season, though their win against the Rockets could signal a shift in momentum. In contrast, the Grizzlies, despite battling injuries throughout the season, have been the more consistent and informed team. Prior to their loss to the surging Mavericks, Memphis had been riding a 6-game winning streak. The Grizzlies have been showcasing their depth and high-paced style of play, boasting a deep rotation with 10 active players averaging between 18 and 29 minutes per game. This depth enables them to maintain a relentless tempo, earning them the distinction of playing at one of the league's fastest paces. Meanwhile, the Kings have struggled to keep up offensively, particularly from beyond the arc. Ranking 27th in made three-pointers per game and 29th in defensive three-point efficiency, Sacramento has been losing ground by trading 2-point baskets for their opponents' threes. Additionally, the Kings face a daunting challenge on the road, as Memphis holds a formidable 10-3 home record this season. Given Memphis's strong home performance and superior form throughout the season, the Grizzlies are poised to take control of this matchup. They have been scoring at a high rate, averaging 126 points over their last 4 games, compared to Sacramento's 115 points over their previous 5. The Kings, who have lost 7 of their last 10 games, remain an inconsistent and underperforming team, while Memphis continues to shine despite early season injury setbacks. With a 14-8 record both straight up and against the spread, the Grizzlies have covered in 7 of their last 10 games, further emphasizing their reliability. Given Sacramento's road struggles, the Memphis Grizzlies to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. On the defensive end, recent performances indicate a slight edge for Memphis. The Kings have allowed an average of 114 points in their last 4 games, while the Grizzlies have been slightly better, conceding 112 points over their previous 5. Over the course of the season, Memphis has been among the league's best defensive teams, ranking 4th with a 44.2% opposing field goal percentage. In comparison, Sacramento ranks 13th with a 46.3% opposing field goal percentage. With both teams displaying capable defenses and Memphis showcasing superior overall form, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. The Houston Rockets are preparing to face off against the Golden State Warriors on Thursday night in an exciting Western Conference matchup at the Chase Center. The Warriors are entering the game on a challenging 5-game losing streak and will be looking to turn things around against the Rockets. This game marks the second of 5 regular season encounters between the two teams, with the Warriors having come out on top during their previous meeting last month. That game, played on the road, was a thrilling overtime contest in which Golden State secured a 127-121 victory. In terms of injuries, the Rockets may be missing a couple of key players. Tari Eason has already been ruled out for the game, and Fred VanVleet is listed as questionable, which could significantly impact Houston's rotation and overall performance. On the other hand, the Warriors are also dealing with some key absences, with both Stephen Curry and Draymond Green being ruled out for this matchup. Despite these notable absences, Golden State still boasts a strong roster that has the ability to challenge and potentially contain the Rockets' current form, especially with their depth and versatility. Even without Draymond Green, the Warriors have more than enough talent to pose a serious challenge to the Rockets. Houston has shown some vulnerability, especially in their recent loss to Sacramento, and it's likely that they will experience a dip in performance as they eventually face back-to-back losses. Golden State, meanwhile, will be highly motivated to snap their losing streak and get back on track. The Warriors have been playing solid defense this season, currently ranking 4th in the league in defensive rating. Their defense, coupled with their leadership and experience, makes them a formidable opponent for Houston. Additionally, the Warriors rank 1st in the NBA in limiting opposing three-point shooting, holding teams to just 33.1% from beyond the arc. However, the Warriors will need more consistent contributions from Buddy Hield, who has struggled to find his rhythm in recent games. Hield has surpassed 12 points in a game only once in his last 8 outings, and his scoring output will be crucial if Golden State is to regain its winning form. Given all these factors, the Golden State Warriors to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these teams excel at defending the three-point line, with Houston ranking 5th in the league in opposing three-point percentage, which should create an intriguing battle from beyond the arc. However, both teams also have a preference for playing at a fast pace, which could lead to an exciting and high-scoring game. The Warriors are ranked 5th in the league for pace, averaging 100.8 possessions per 48 minutes, while the Rockets are close behind in 9th place with 99.8 possessions per 48 minutes. This up-tempo style of play is likely to result in plenty of scoring opportunities on both sides. In their last meeting back in October, Houston and Golden State combined for a massive 238 points in regulation, showcasing their ability to score quickly and efficiently. Buddy Hield was a standout performer for the Warriors in that game, scoring 27 points off the bench to lead his team. With both teams featuring high-powered offenses and a willingness to play at a fast pace, I expect another high-scoring affair. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.